Covenant Health System recently identified an opportunity to have a positive impact on the patient experience for our military service men and women. We know that from the VA, only about 33% of veterans utilize VA healthcare. So there is a large majority of veterans in our community that are seeking care from Covenant Health. Our goal is to identify, thank, and refer the veterans in our community. We will begin a new system-wide program in which patients who are admitted to the hospital will be asked, did the patient serve in the military, which branch, and which era? Each hospital has developed a new military recognition team who will follow up with our identified military patients to provide a brief pinning certificate ceremony from Covenant Health in honor of their service to our country. Case managers will also have on hand additional resources, contact information for the veterans we serve in the event they may want additional help on possible benefits or enrolling in VA healthcare. Next, you will hear from some of our own Covenant Health veterans.
Veterans have a very unique medical history depending on the conflicts that they served in, the areas that they served in. They might have different medical needs than are normally seen by providers. It also helps build positive relationships. It shows that you care about their well-being and you're interested in the outcome.
For those of us that have served in the military, it becomes a part of us, it becomes a part of our life. And to have someone care about us, to wonder and be concerned and appreciate what we've done, means a lot to us.
I think it's a great idea that Covenant is coming up with that idea. It establishes a good rapport that you have between our staff as employees and that patient.
To me, it builds a sense of pride and accomplishment for me, knowing that the times that I sacrificed away from my family, the long hours, none of that has gone without notice by Covenant, and I'm proud to work for a company that is implementing this type of program.
I am just so thankful to be working for a company that cares, a company that shows compassion on many fronts. But this is an important one to veterans. It's important to them, and the fact that we care opens up doors as well for me as a chaplain to speak to them that they won't speak if they don't think I care. It's a saying that says nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care, and I really believe that's true.
I think it's a great idea. It's one of those demographics that maybe could use a little bit more of appreciation. And for Covenant Health to do that and to acknowledge that and to act on it just goes to show that they're living out the idea and realization that they can go ahead and establish that rapport, and they really want to get a hold of those veterans.
I have not had the opportunity to participate in a pinning ceremony as of yet. I do look forward to the time that I am able to participate to honor those veterans. Our military has a rich history of ceremonies, and it would instill a great deal of pride to be able to do that for our veterans.
I've been privileged to participate in several. I've pinned a number of veterans, probably several dozen actually, but two stand out especially to me. While it's been important to everyone that I've done, there were two World War II veterans, different days, different places, different times, but both of them were pilots in World War II. And of course, they were on hospice. The first one I'll talk about, I went to them, I let them know in advance I was coming to do this. And they had the whole family there. They had children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, probably 15 people in the room. And it was really a celebration. It was terrific to be part of that. And when I went back to see them afterwards, there was the certificate. We gave him a special World War II certificate, right with other memorabilia that he had. He had a board of all of his medals and awards that he had received as pilot. So that meant a lot to me, and I know it meant a lot to them. The second was also a pilot, and he had declined chaplain services. But I called and said, you know, I understand you're a veteran, World War II, Air Force. I was Air Force too. And I would love to come over and make a presentation to you. And they said, well, okay. So I went. And sure enough, we hit it off. We talked a bit about our experiences in the military. And I did the presentation. There weren't many there. His daughter was, or daughter-in-law actually, and his wife, and the caregiver were there. And it was a nice time, and we sat and talked for probably half an hour afterwards. And when I got up to leave, I said, it was nice meeting you. God bless you. And, you know, I didn't expect to ever see him again. And he says to me, when are you coming back? And as a result of that, we actually developed a good relationship, and I was able to help him mend some bridges he had burned with God. And that was just very rewarding, and without the pinning, it wouldn't have happened.
I have not personally participated in a pinning ceremony. However, being in the military, you know, receiving awards, being a part of the awards programs there, and then, you know, just turn around coming outside, I'm looking forward to something like that where I can be part of that program.
We want to thank you for taking the time to hear about this new system-wide program. Please take a moment to thank those who have served our country as well as their families.